Sail on, silver bird, sail on by. Your time has come to shine. All your dreams are on their way. See how they shine. Oh, when darkness comes and friends just can't be found. Oh, here's a friend. Wally Bear's here, sweetie. Well, hey, Wally Bear. What's going on, Wally Bear? We didn't know if we could find any friends. We tuned into the live stream. We're like, will friends be found? We never know for sure. But Wally Bear's here, so let's give a gold star for Wally Bear. Okay. And Always Learning is here. Boozhoo Always Learning. And a silver star for good old Always Learning. Hey, Always Learning, what's going on? Yeah, so here we are on another Saturday. On another beautiful Gazibigi Saginagay. Geeja good. It is floor washing day. Here at the Boozhoo Nanaboozhoo podcast. The podcast, the live stream podcast, huh, sweetie? You got that right. The live stream podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am Nanaboozhoo. This is Natasha. Hey, everybody. Over here is the rock star cartoonist, Michael Lyons. Say hello, buddy. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the show. And, yeah, we're so happy you could be here today. Wally Bear has been waiting and waiting, sweetie. What is this? I don't know. I guess we're on Indian time. That's no excuse. Why am I yelling at Wally Bear? It's us. Wally Bear, I'm sorry. I know we were supposed to come on hours ago. Or at least an hour and a half ago. And, yeah. Well, today's Ojibwe cultural teaching will, I guess, be on, what, Indian time? Yeah. Yep. I got no excuses. I'm not gonna weave a web of lies to try to justify why I was late. You know. Wally Bear says, got home from work about 15 minutes ago. Fell asleep on the shuttle. Oh, really? That must have been you must have had a hard day's night. It's been a hard day's night. And I've been working like Wally Bear. It's been a hard day's night. Have you guys ever had to work a hard day's night? You ever do an overnight shift? Yeah, I used to have to work overnights at print shop. Oh, yeah. What'd you think of it? I couldn't handle it at all. I just lived an upside-down life. I was like a vampire. I'd sleep during the day, and then I'd stay up all night, even on my days off. Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. It's hard not to get depressed. You know, it's times like that when you're working late night shifts. You know, when you're taking what they're given because you're working for a living. That a person has to ask themselves, should I vaccinate my transgendered gun? What do you think, sweetie? You know, that is a question I think a lot of parents have to ask themselves, or gun owners, or somebody. Yeah. Should you vaccinate your transgender gun? Yeah. You know, the media, the mainstream media doesn't want to touch this. It's a hot button issue. It's polarizing. You know, yeah, there are the pro-gun people. Yeah, I vaccinated my gun. I'm an American. It's my Second Amendment right. And then there's the anti-gun people. They're like, no, man. The founding fathers never intended you to vaccinate your guns. So what's the answer? Well, today on the Ojibwe Language and Culture podcast, I'd like to finally add, maybe a little Native American perspective, sweetie. That's a great idea. Yeah. What is that all about? I have no idea. I couldn't think of anything to be the title of today's show. So I thought, what are the things that they say you can't talk about on YouTube? Well, vaccinations, that's a touchy situation. Transgenderism, people get real touchy about that. And then guns. These are things that are just, ooh, you're going to get your channel taken down, man. You better be careful you talk about that. Yeah, we've been tolerating your talking about the flat earth. That's one thing. But you start talking about transgendered guns, ooh, you better be ready for some people to be outraged. How dare you, sir? That's what they say when they're outraged. I know. How dare you? Well, I'm a daring kind of guy. What can I say? I dare. So what do you think, sweetie? Should we vaccinate our transgendered gun? Number one, we don't have a gun. Oh, yeah. Okay. But if we did, would you agree to vaccinate my transgender gun? Well, number two, if we had a gun, I'm not so sure I would believe that gun was transgendered. I'm not, what does that mean? Well, it means that gun identifies as a knife or something. I mean, who are you to say that a gun can identify as a knife? Racist. How does that make me racist? You're anti-gun. Like you're a gunist. I'm sorry, you guys. Natasha here doesn't believe in equality for guns and knives. Number two is not even a vaccination. Oh, right. It's some sort of weird biochip thingy. I don't know. I think, okay, we can't really afford a gun. I know, they're expensive. But if we somehow get a gun and we somehow decide to raise that gun as a knife, because that's how the gun identifies, and we'll have to stab people with a gun. I mean, that's going to be a much messier murder than a gunshot or a knife wound. But stabbing somebody to death with a gun, then we vaccinate that knife, if that's how they identify. Even by the CDC's own numbers, guns have a very low chance of even contracting, let alone spreading the virus. If it's even a virus. Which, who knows what that's all about. But with all this confusion, and with Jimmy Kimmel really trying to shame people for not getting vaccinated. Did you see that? No. I don't watch Jimmy Kimmel. Okay, I didn't either. But no, I don't think so. We're in God's hands, sweetie. If God wanted my transgender gun, who identifies as a knife, to get a vaccination, then I think I would have said it in the Bible. Well, there you go. All right, and there you go, folks. This has been the last word. I'm not going to tell you how to raise your own transgendered guns. You can decide for yourself, America. A free country. But you bring that gun on a plane, I want to see a mask on that gun. That's all I ask, sweetie. Mask up your guns. Yeah. Would you feel safer on a plane with a whole bunch of guys wearing loaded guns? Or not? Probably not. Yeah, that was a dumb question. But theoretically, actually, being around people with guns should make you safer. If people weren't so stupid. But I kind of feel like it's like playing with scissors. Like, be careful with that gun, will you? I don't know if that gun's got its vaccinations yet. And hey, Cousin Missy's here. Boozhoo, Cousin Missy. Missy Charlie is here today. Hey, Miss. to see what's going on. La, 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 la. What do you say? What do you say? We got to add a little more energy to the show. Hello, children. Welcome to the Boozhoo Nanaboozhoo podcast. Your one-stop shop for Ojibwe language and culture. Breakfast. Gigajeba. Wisiniwen. It is the morning food. What are you having for breakfast today? You going to have some Cheerios? If you're a baby, you're probably eating Cheerios and no milk. They just pour it right on the little baby tray. It's so demeaning. Tell your mom, hey, I'm a human being. I should at least have the same rights as a vaccinated, transgendered gun. Give me a bowl. But if you're a little older, what do older people eat? Well, then you move on to oatmeal. You can have oatmeal, put a little bit of raisin in there. That's good. Some toast with peanut butter. Everybody likes toast and peanut butter. From babies to elders in a nursing home. Everyone likes a piece of toast with a little bit of peanut butter. Have a cup of coffee. It's not going to kill you. Eggs and bacon. Got your eggs and bacon? Sausage, which I never eat. I know, sausage is gross. I don't know why people like that. I like the idea of pancakes, but then the actual experience is always a disappointment for me. What do you mean? Well, you think you're in the country kitchen or what have you, and you go, oh, wow, I haven't had pancakes in a long time. How come? They're sweet, they're warm, delicious. You can dip a little bit of it into the eggs before the eggs cool off. It's great. And you order your eggs and pancakes. Get a little maple syrup if you're a Native American. Blueberry syrup if you want. I don't know who's pouring that red stuff on there. That's an abomination. Yeah. But then, you get your pancakes. And at first bite, it's just what you dreamt of. It's warm. It's delicious. Makes you feel happy. 30 seconds later, your pancakes cool off. It's absorbed and somehow taken in all the syrup and then it's dry again. Now you have this cold, icky sponge that absorbed your gooey goodness. And now your eggs are cold. And the lady comes back. Will there be anything else? It's like, maybe just a check. Oh, here you go, $15. Give me $15 for those 2 eggs and the 37 cents a pancake mix. And I expect a $5 tip. And then she marches off. Oh, thank you, Country Kitchen. Are you mad at Country Kitchen? A little bit. As I was kind of explaining that breakfast, I got mad at Country Kitchen. Today is Ojibwe Word of the Day. Gigajeba Wisiniwen is not brought to you by the good people at Country Kitchen in Bemidji. You know why? Why? Because forget them. Who cares? The only reason I even eat there is because we can walk there. They've never given us anything for free. Yeah, you guys know who I am. Well, you know who Michael is anyway. How about spreading the love a little bit this way? We're always talking about how great Country Kitchen is and go have your breakfast. Missy comes to visit and we're like, hey, let's go to Country Kitchen. And she's all like, but I wanted to get pizza. Well, how about some $15 breakfast? This is why no one's going to your stupid restaurant, Country Kitchen. I call them. Don't say it. I say, meet me at the kitch. Oh, okay. That's better than what I thought you were going to say. Yeah. But I'm not going there. And Curtis Mills is here. Hey, good morning, Curtis. Did you have a good Gigajeba Wisiniwen? Did you have some good morning food? Good breakfast? If I'm being honest, this is just up from yesterday when we were talking about the breakfast club. Yeah. La, la, la. Curtis says, I'm having bison chili. Oh, wow, this guy is really traditional. Bison chili and fry bread for breakfast. Wow. It's going to be an interesting day. Look out. Curtis Mill is he's on the warpath. Nah. Curtis Mill is living like a true human being. As they say in what's that movie? Dances with Wolves. Dances with Wolves. He's living like a true human being. That's how the Indians said when John Dunbar, Kevin Costner, when he started to live the Indian way, he started to live the way of the true human being. You know, he lived in harmony with nature. He lived with community and purpose. He followed love. Not when he was all colonized, huh, sweetie? John Dunbar. Oh, colonized Chamoke. Yeah. There was John Dunbar, the colonized Chamokaman. And then there was John Dunbar, Dances with Wolves. You know. When John Dunbar hooked up with little Elizabeth Warren, what was her name? Stands with a fist. Stands with a fist. People forget that Stands with a Fist was a white girl. I know, but she was raised with the Indians. Yeah. So she's all, native. She's gone savage. And John Dunbar, he meets this girl. He decides to go live like an Indian. He decides to go walk like an Egyptian. Yeah. And that's I wasn't really planning on telling the Dances with Wolves story again. Should I do that instead of talking to the Pope and Dr. Fauci? Maybe we could do both. I keep on pulling up this dude. I don't know why. But we never get around to him. And we're not going to today either. Instead, I'm going to look for a funny meme and then tell the story of John Dunbar and dances with the wolves. This will only be funny if I can find the meme I'm looking for. And sweetie, we've downloaded too many pictures. Things are getting crazy. Can't you find it? I don't think so. Unless it's under pictures. Nope. Maybe nobody needs to hear the John Dunbar story, as Curtis tells it. Well, you could tell a short version. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. And that can be the actual title of our podcast. Instead of, should I vaccinate my transgendered gun? Hello, people. So Netflix is disgusting again. Oh, because of Unzipped? Yeah. You guys seen that? I was going to download a clip, and then I thought, you know what? I don't want to. Basically what it is a porn star or somebody who has a puppet show, and it's called Unzip, and they have, Muppet show type characters come out, and the first one represents a transgendered person, next one's a gay bear, and the first joke is like, oh, I ordered some sex toys, but this isn't what I expected, when all these little stuffed animals come walking in. Like, oh, I'm a big gay bear, and I'm gay as beep. I was like, really? Netflix? Why? Who's that for? The 0.3% of the population that's transgendered children, which probably isn't. It's just, it's so creepy. It just smacks of MAP values. MAP values? No, minorly attracted monsters. What it's called, unzip. You know, and this is just every day. I don't think I'm being paranoid, but man, in the puppet world, you got Sesame Street shoving it down your throats, with Kermit singing with a drag queen somewhere over the Rainbow Connection. You've got Gonzo comes out, it's just full on transgendered. Gonzo, baby Gonzo. Yep. I don't know. And now this thing. And Netflix, you know, this is just on the heels of their Cuties debacle. Yeah, remember that? I never saw it, but you guys know what I'm talking about, the Cuties. Netflix comes out with it was kind of like that movie. It was a really risque movie in the 90s or the 80s or something. Showgirls. It's like Showgirls with children. And you're like, what are you weirdos? So like Missy, you know, she's like, she gives us her free Netflix password and that, you know. And I still haven't watched any Netflix shows because I don't want to see that crap. No, thank you. Sex flicks. You weirdos. And Jessica Wabooz is here. Boozhoo, Jessica. How you doing? Have you vaccinated your transgendered gun? These are the questions that the mainstream media is afraid to ask. But we'll ask it here. You know. What does it say about you where you come down on that debate? You know. Are you intolerant of guns? You know. Oh, I am anti-gun. Well, I'm sorry. But I'm not racist like that. I accept my transgender gun. However my gun wants to be identified, I will identify him. Oh, I'm a knife. Yeah. Then you are a knife in every way. Because your feelings will determine the truth. Is she really going out with muckety mush kiki waboo? Is she really gonna drink some coffee today? Muckety mush kiki waboo. Muckety mush kiki waboo. Muckety, it's black. Hey, you guys, Muckety lives matter. Bunch of racists. Don't get started. I don't know. I've had it up to here with the Boozhoo crew not following me on my... You know, I had the Black Lives Rally meeting and nobody showed. Did anybody know you were having one? I forgot to tell anybody. Muckety black. And if you guys can't get on board with Black Lives Matter, that means you're a racist. Even though in Ojibwe we call black people muckety weas. To us, they will always be black meat. Okay. What do you do with that, sweetie? What's that? In the Ojibwe language. In that stupid, concise Minnesota Ojibwe English dictionary we use. Yeah. The word for African American isn't African or American. It's black meat. The old time Ojibwe people, when they were making a dictionary, they're like, hey, what do you guys call black people? Oh, muckety weas. Black meat. Oh, so you must call, white people, wabishki weas. White meat. No. We call them the long knives. They're the chi mukaman. Great respect for those white people. We called them long knives because they had swords. You know. Soon we'll adopt all their ways. But black people? Meat. If you were Cherokee, you'd make them your slave. Yeah, huh? Cherokee people had their own slaves. I don't care about the Trail of Tears. Are you trolling? A little bit. Oh, look at us. We're with a poor Cherokee. Oh, they kicked us off our plantations. That's right, you guys. Oh, Cherokees are so cool. I'm going to buy me a Cherokee Jeep in honor of the Cherokee people because, the Trail of Tears. Well, let me tell you the truth. Probably isn't the truth. Let me tell you another story I heard about the Cherokee people. Back in the days of the grandfathers. There was a chapter before the chapter everyone knows about with the Trail of Tears, where the evil white man relocated the Cherokee and they made them walk 500 miles or something, and they died or something. People start to lump together, Wounded Knee and the Trail of Tears. They don't, history is all garbled. But what most people kind of forgot about was that by the time the Cherokee people were pushed out of their ancestral homeland, they had adopted all the European ways. They were wearing knickers and dressed like Europeans. The other Indians referred to Cherokees as the white Indians because they were fair-skinned, red-haired sometimes. They dressed in total white people clothing. They lived in colonial-style housing on their plantations. When the Cherokee people lost their land, the white government came in and told them, okay, you Cherokees, we're so racist. We're going to kick you off your land and take your land for ourselves. You don't stand a chance trying to resist the U.S. government. So we want you to take your horses and your slaves and get out of here. And you can cry your whole walk away with your slaves in the Trail of Tears. Yeah. Cherokees had slaves. When they were working the plantations, they bought human beings. If the whole slave narrative is true and not just made up, which I'm starting to doubt, but they say Cherokee people had slaves, had black slaves. Now, apparently, a lot of Indian people had slaves. I never heard of the Ojibways having slaves. I don't think we were like that. Really? Yep. I'm choosing to believe the Ojibways we're too cool for that. I mean, yeah, we'll relocate the Dakota, who relocated to Shoshone or whoever. And we killed, but I don't remember, because we didn't have plantations. We're too northernly. I think, if anything, we just sort of co-opted French culture. Yeah. Oh no, we were colonized. Yeah, or did we do that to ourselves? Again, with the guns. As soon as Indian people found out about guns, they hung up their bow and arrows forever. They're like, God, the heck with that. Give me one of them rifles and a 6-shooter. I'm going to learn how to speak French if I can get me some guns. Gonna take care of my gun. There are many like it, but this one is mine. I'm going to oil it. I'm going to get it vaccinated so it doesn't get the COVID. And however it chooses to identify is this is my rifle. Actually, this is my pistol. There's a Marine thing. This is my rifle. This is my gun. This is for killing. This is for fun. So it's not really a gun. It's your rifle. Or your little friend. Say hello to my little friend. Oh, I could shoot you down right now. Don't threaten the Boozhoo crew. I don't know, man. I just feel so powerful with that gun. Hey, honey, who am I? Oh, what's going on here? Whoops. Alec Baldwin? Yeah. Whoops. Well, sorry. Is she going to be okay? And this has been my impersonation of Alec Baldwin on the set of Rust. Huh, sweetie. That's in bad taste. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. But Daniel Black's here. Daniel says, what about the French? I've got a French middle name. I know, a lot of Ojibwe people have this weird French connection. A lot of French last names. Lafreniere. Even our reservations are French, like Le Coudray, Lac de Flambeau, Fond du Lac. All these reservations have French names. That's a mystery, too. I know, why is that? Yeah. There was the English named reservations that were all stupid. Oh, hi, we're the Leech Lake-ers. Oh, we are White Earth-ers. Not one reservation was called the Warriors. Yeah. You know. But they were named after lakes or clay or something. But then what happens? All these Ojibwe reservations have French names. There's a whole history there that we don't know much about. The early years of the natives and non-natives getting together, whether it was the French or the Finlanders or the Norwegians. And I'm not even talking about Leif Erikson and the way back Norwegians who came over here. But like the fur traders and, those first years where we all started intermarrying. When French last names became an Indian thing. And they'll never make a movie out of it. Because, Hollywood. So I just wonder. Hey, sweetie. Yeah? Do you want to take a call? Oh, sure. What line? On line 2. Hello, caller. Welcome to the Boozhoo Nanaboozhoo podcast. You're on the air. You have insulted me for the last time, Nanaboozhoo. Hey, Alec Baldwin. It's Alec Baldwin. We were just talking about him. Yeah, I know. What's going on? You think it's funny? Do you think it's funny what happened on the set of Rust? She was my friend. And I shot her. I shot her down in cold blood. Yeah, I know. That was stupid. You're a stupid person. But it's nothing to make jokes about. Well, apparently it's nothing to get arrested over. I don't know how you got away with just killing somebody with all those witnesses. And they just let you go home? Even if it wasn't, there's a lady here. I see it all the time on iNews or whatever. Some young girl in North Dakota, goofing around with her boyfriend, this is a few years ago, shoots him in just point blank through a phone book or something. They were goofing around. She thought the phone book, because she watched the stupid Sopranos, would stop the bullet, and it didn't. So he died, and therefore she went to jail. She didn't want to kill her. She was a stupid. That's like you, Alec. I am not stupid. They told me that was a cold gun. A cold gun. That's not a thing, you dummy. Number one, I bet you this whole thing's a hoax. Because why are you not in jail? Because it was an accident. It was an accident, and you have insulted me for the last time. Yeah, I know. But this is a thing that I don't really understand. So they show these pictures from the set, right? And it's like an old church. They're like, oh, here, look at a real movie set. Way out in the desert somewhere. Apparently it was an old, real church that you have to shoot your movie at. Because you can't just build a set and on a sound stage or whatever. So apparently they want us to believe that when people make movies, they do, in fact, go out on location. I guess all the actors and the cameramen and the food service people and every wardrobe, they all stay in hotels in a nearby town and then drive out to the set early in the morning. But then instead of packing fake guns, which are indistinguishable by camera, which are a dime a dozen, you know, Bruce Willis isn't really shooting a machine gun with real whatever in Die Hard, you know. You want us to believe that you guys take real guns out to the set. And sometimes people do like target shooting. Because what? You're going to shoot a scene inside that building? Wouldn't that leave a bullet hole? I don't believe that you guys ever have live rounds. Especially you weirdo liberals who don't even want guns. Well, we did this time. And I thought it was just a toy gun. So when I pointed it at that woman, and she was my friend. I took her out to dinner the night before. Yeah, I'm sure she was a great friend. And I pointed at her and I shot her. And that bullet went right through her. And then hit another guy behind her. It's an amazing thing. Powerful gun. Powerful gun. Yeah. It's just hard to believe. And so because it was an accident, you don't go to jail? That's right. I've got to finish that movie. No, you don't. Nobody wants to see your dumb movie anyway. Listen, man, what do you want? You just called because you can't take a little joking about you killing somebody? Well, I was wondering if I could teach the Ojibwe Word of the day. Yeah, sure. Today is Gazibigi Saganige Gishagud. We call it Floor Washing Day. Floor Washing Day. Gazibigi Saganige Gishagud. Yeah, that's a good idea. You should always be washing your floor. Always be washing your floor. Remember that from Glengarry Glen Ross? No one remembers that movie. That was like your biggest movie and nobody remembers. I think I was also in Roger Rabbit. Were you? Or Kim Basinger. Basinger? Basinger? How do you say her name? I don't remember. You were married to her. Yes, but I don't remember. I'm married to a Spanish girl now. Yeah, she's not really Spanish. Remember that, sweetie? What's that? Alec Baldwin's wife, daughter, whatever. That teenager he's married to. Yeah. For years, she was telling people she was from Spain. And like she was on this cooking show and she goes, how you say in English, cucumber? And then it came out later. It's like, what? You were raised in Boston. How come you don't know the English word for cucumber? Well, you see, my wife, she identifies as a Spaniard. A Spaniard? Or whatever you call them. Yeah. He identifies. So, Alec, let me ask you this. Do you think I should vaccinate my transgendered gun? You should always vaccinate your transgendered gun. It's very important that we slow the spread of this coronavirus. Now you sound like the central scrutinizer. The central scrutinizer. Joe's Garage. Yeah. That's a joke nobody will get. That's right. Except maybe Daniel Black. What's going... All right, I got to go, Alec Baldwin. All right. Well, hey, how do you say goodbye in Ojibwe? Well, I try not to say it like Batman, but we say, I will see you again. Gigawaba Min. Minowa. Gigawaba Min. Minowa. I will see you again, Nanaboozhoo. Okay, Alec. I just think they should arrest him. I don't understand why he's a free man. Well, because it was a mistake. It was an accident. Accidents happen. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Accidents do happen. You know, that's why God put erasers on pencils, I guess. You know. So, well, sweetie, what do you think? Do you want to take another call? I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm trying to instigate something with YouTube, and that's just dumb. Maybe I should tell a story. Why don't you take this call? You promise it won't be unnecessarily trying to make people mad? I promise. Okay. What line? On line 2. Hello, caller. Welcome to the serious educational podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am Nanaboozhoo, and you are on the air. Welcome to the show. Hey there, Nanaboozhoo. It's me, George Floyd. Hey, sweetie, it's President George Floyd. That's not the president. He's the guy who died. Oh, right. George Floyd. Oh, you're the porn star. That's right. I'm Landlord Floyd, the porn star. And I was also killed by Minneapolis police. Oh, yeah. I remember that. Boy, they really made a big stink about that afterwards, huh? Yeah, that's right. I didn't see anyone so mad since that time I broke into that lady's house and then I stuck a gun in her pregnant belly. Yeah, I heard about that. Did you hear about that, sweetie? About George Floyd sticking up a pregnant woman? Yeah, he stuck a gun right in her pregnant belly during a home invasion. But it was a tragedy that you died. Yeah, I know, man. I mean, all I wanted to do was pass a $20 bill. I mean, what's wrong with that? Well, it's illegal. It was counterfeit. You know what? George Floyd can't get away with counterfeit dollar bill, but Alec Baldwin gets to? That's right. So anyway, what can I do for you? Well, I was wondering if I could teach the Ojibwe Word of the Day. Well, we just taught floor washing day. Would you like to how to say breakfast? Yeah, I love say breakfast. That's the most important meal of the day. Yeah. Giga ba, Wisini win. Giga ba, Wisini win. Wow, that's a Ojibwe word. That's right. Very good, George Floyd. Giga ba. Giga is our word for morning. You know, some people will greet each other on the show. We'll say, Mino Giga good morning. But when you want to say something as a morning food, you say Giga ba, Wisini win. Giga ba, Wisini win. The morning food. Yeah. And that's also what breakfast means. Oh, I get it. You know, I love your show, Nanaboozhoo. I sure learned a lot. Well, I'm glad to hear that, George. You know, I know we kind of tease. Just for the record, it's not you that I have any problem with. It's the murals. I'm not a fan of the George Floyd murals. I don't think they're done well. I know, I've seen those murals. That's terrible. It looks like a little kid did it. I know. But so otherwise, how's the afterlife treating you? Well, I'll tell you, it's pretty hot down here. Is it hot down in hell? It sure is. Yeah. Sorry about that. You should have given your life to Jesus. I will not. I know that now. Okay. Look, I better go. Sweetie, do you want to say anything to George Floyd? Hi, George. Hey, Natasha. How you doing? I'm dead. Oh, sorry. That's okay. All right, George, I'm going to let you go. All right. Gigawaba min, minawa. Gigawaba min, minawa, George Floyd. Wow. George Floyd. Yep. So, what are you going to do with that? I'm a big fan of cats is here. Hey, cat. How you doing? What does big fan of cats have to say? Poo. All right. Not technically a swear word. The good stuff. And this show ain't it. Oh, are you picking on us, fan of cats? He's a Freemason. I told you, don't tell anybody that. I'm not a Freemason. Do I look like I work for NASA? Jesse says, okay, what was his gun? Trans. And did he vaccinate it? Yeah, that's a good question. Was Alec Baldwin's gun vaccinated? Can you trust somebody like Fauci? You know? Hey, actually, you know what, sweetie? Let's put this final word to bed. Let's give Fauci a call. We'll ask him what he thinks. Okay. We're going to call up Dr. Fauci. Who's Dr. Fauci? Well, he became famous for torturing dogs. Yeah, that Dr. Fauci. They experimented on dogs, wanting to see what the effects of sand flies or whatever biting to death the faces off of beagles for science. And he's also behind, I think he invented COVID. Okay, hang on, it's ringing. What'd you do, just Google his number? Yep. I actually saw it in the gay bathhouse. Oh, really? Yep, it was in the ladies' room. It said, for a good time, call Dr. Fauci. What are you doing in a gay bathhouse? Well, picking up chicks. You were not. Hello, Dr. Fauci. Hi, it's Natasha from the Boozhoo Nanaboozhoo podcast. Would you like to be on the air this morning? Okay, hang on. I'm going to transfer you to Nanaboozhoo. All right, sweetie. Dr. Fauci is on line 2. All right. Dr. Fauci, welcome back to the show.
Hello, Nanaboozhoo.
How are you, doctor?
I'm doing all right. I don't have the coronavirus anymore.
Oh, you don't?
No, I got antibodies now. I had it, and then I got the antibodies. So I'm like superhuman. Did you get your vaccination?
No, I haven't done that.
What are you waiting for? You gotta get your vaccination, or you'll kill us all.
Yeah, I don't know. Listen, I wanted to ask you a question as a doctor and somebody who understands things like about vaccinations and suspicious so-called incurable diseases. Should I get my transgendered gun vaccinated?
Of course you get your transgendered gun vaccinated. Why do you think your gun's transgendered? It's because he hasn't been vaccinated.
Is that what caused my gun to turn transgender?
Yes. I've been telling all the children, if you don't get a vaccination, you're going to turn into a transgendered.
Well, wouldn't you just transition? Does a person really turn into a transgender, or they just transition into the opposite sex?
Well, there is no opposite sex. It's all on a spectrum, you see. There are dozens and hundreds, millions, and there are as many genders as there are stars in the sky.
No, there's not.
I don't know. Get your vaccination, and yes, vaccinate your gun, or you're not a good American.
I don't care about being a good American. So, how are things otherwise?
Not too bad. Got some backlash from the whole dog debacle. People are more upset about me torturing dogs than giving them an incurable disease.
Yeah, I know. People are like, oh, we'll look the other way on you and your bioweapon. But picking on Snoopy, that's going too far.
Yes, I don't know what their problem is. I hate dogs. In fact, tonight I'm having dinner with Donald Vick.
Is that his name?
Ronald Vick.
Who's that football player who's torturing dogs? Something Vick. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, when we're having dinner, we're gonna get together with some Dakota people and have a little doggy roast. We're gonna have hot dogs, if you know what I'm saying.
It's in bad taste, Dr. Fauci. All right, well, I better let you go.
All right, hey.
What?
How do you say goodbye in Ojibwe?
Well, we say, Gigawabamin, Minowa. It's not goodbye, it's I will see you again.
Gigawabamin, Minowa. I'll see you again, Nanaboozhoo. Get vaccinated.
No.
Get vaccinated.
Shut up.
Get vaccinated.
I don't know why he cares so much.
Well, maybe he believes in the science.
Yeah, I guess. I can't believe most people don't believe he's in poison.
I know.
Sorry, people. I'm not taking medical advice from the lead guitarist of Poison. That would be stupid. La, la, la. Is watching Bane beat the hell out of Batman? Have you ever seen a worse fight sequence in a superhero movie than the Bane-Batman battle? Why can't Christian Bale throw a punch?
I don't know. It's the worst.
Watch that sometimes. Watch Batman fighting Bane on the bridge or whatever. It is the most clumsy, uninteresting movie fight. You just go, what? That's so stupid. At least Ben Affleck could pretend to be Batman. I'm done with the Christian Bale Batman movies. I think they're boring. I'd rather see, what's his name, be Batman.
With Chris O'Donnell?
Yeah, how do we remember Chris O'Donnell's name and not the most famous guy in the world? He's married to that skinny skeleton lady.
Yeah, what is his name?
You know what I'm talking about? He starred alongside Chris O'Donnell, who we remember for some reason. And everyone thinks he's the worst Batman. Not Val Kilmer, not Ben Affleck, not the first guy, Keaton. the most famous actor. What's his name, you guys? Flat Stuff Earth. Do you know who I'm thinking of? And he said, Trump is never going to be president of the United States. Believe that. He's the most famous guy in the world. And I can't remember. Do you remember his name, Michael? I'm terrible with names. And I don't care about actors. I know. And sweetie, you can't remember his name?
He was in, he played a doctor on that TV show we never saw.
Yeah, that's how he got his start. He was in Ocean's 11. He's friends with Brad Pitt. I think he's friends with Roseanne. I think he was on Roseanne. Yeah, he was on Roseanne. And he's the most famous guy. And I can't remember his name. I think he had a stroke. I know everything about his life except his name. He's one of the few celebrities to be on South Park. They had him on South Park once, and all he did was play a dog who barked. And they got this super... Wait, it's coming. It's slowly sinking in. I see the letter C. This is how my mind works, you guys. I'm trying to think of that famous actor. And I can feel it's coming to me. Someone's going to write it down. And his name... His wife has a weird, Mediterranean name, like Apollo or something. This is so not a funny podcast. You guys aren't helping me. What's that guy's name? He was an actor who got a start in Roseanne. And then he was on a TV show where he played a doctor called General Hospital, or not General Hospital. Something else. He's married to Uma Aberdeen. Starred next to Chris O'Donnell. I remember his stupid wife's name. Why can't I remember his name? I want to say Richard. We're not going any further until one of the Boozhoo crew answers my question, because I know you guys know what I'm talking about. He starred next to Christian, what's his face? He was the second Batman. Not Michael Keaton. Ocean's 11. Big Democrat. Every woman loves him. He didn't get married for the longest time, then he finally married. Not Victor, Jim Dunn. You're no help. Jim's here, sweetie.
Hey, Jim.
Who's that actor I'm trying to think of? I'm having a brain fart. He's the most famous... Clooney.
Oh, George Clooney.
Ugh. That was driving me nuts. Clooney. George Clooney. Jim's like, Leonardo. No. Leonardo was never Batman. George Clooney. I'd rather see George Clooney play Batman again than Christian Bale. And for the record, Christian Bale has been in movies since he was a little kid. He's not like some great outsider who came in and took over Hollywood. He was a child actor in Henry V. Back in the 80s, a Kenneth Branagh, awesome movie. Shakespeare, Henry V. As a little kid, like an 8-year-old. That guy was... And George Clooney, too, for that matter. I think his mom was a famous singer or something. Jim Dunn says, Alex, Ben, Charlie, Dave. A, B, C, D. You got it. Curtis Mills finally comes in. George Clooney. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Curtis. George Clooney, George Clooney. Baby doll, did you want to get up here and talk about George Clooney?
Sure. Do you want to play a song first?
Yeah. Here's a song by Michael Lyons. Oh, no, wait. We got Is She Really Going Out With Him? What should I play? Is She Really Going Out With Him? Or Never Coming Back Here Again?
Have we done anything that will give us a copyright strike? Or whatever? Notification?
I don't think so.
Then let's do Never Coming Back Here Again.
All right. This is Never Coming Back Here Again, because I'm never coming back here again, you guys. You know? To heck with the Boozhoo crew. What do I need you for? I can have my breakfast by myself with my sweetheart.
Nah, sweetie.
Nah, I'm just kidding. Thank you so much for listening. And up next, the lovely and the talented Natasha. This is Never Coming Back Here Again.
I'm never coming back here again. This is it now, this is the end. Tomorrow I'll say we can still be friends, but I'm never coming back here again. I was caught for 3 long years, lost in the thoughts of a young man's fears. I cannot swim in a sea of tears. I found you out and then I disappeared. Now I'm never coming back here again. I'm never coming back here again. This is it now, this is the end. I'm never coming back here again. And so it comes down to this. One sad parting farewell kiss. Goodbyes in this morning's mist. What's mine is yours, but what's yours is his. So I'm never coming back here again. I'm never coming back here again. This is it now, this is the end. I'm never coming back here again. Oh, oh, oh. Never coming back here again. This is it now, this is the end. Tomorrow I'll say we can still be friends, but I'm never coming back here again. I'm never coming back here again. I'm never coming back here again. I'm never coming back here again.
Oh, wow, Michael. You're just creative. I love that song.
Hey, thanks.
Never coming back here again. This is it now. This is the end. Sounds like another breakup song.
Yeah. It's about breaking up with this girl and not telling her we were broken up yet, but knowing that I was going to break up with her.
Oh. So you were never going to go back to her house again?
Yep.
Never coming. Do you ever have to break up with somebody, you guys? There are 2 types of breakups. Well, there's 3. The ones where you're the breaking up, the ones where you're getting dumped, and the ones where you're just admitting defeat. You're letting them dump you, basically. Like, I've never been dumped, but I've heard stories from Michael about, sometimes the writing's on the wall, the relationship's already over, and nobody's called it yet. It's like, this relationship's DOA. It's dead on arrival. Somebody finally call it. It's one of those subtle things. Some relationships, I heard it before. It's that, sometimes breakups aren't so black and white. Sometimes they're kind of like tipping over a pop machine. You got to rock it back and forth. Oh, we're breaking up. We're getting back together. Breaking up. Getting back together. And eventually it does tip over. Sometimes there comes a moment where you got to call it. What? This relationship's dead. Sometimes you can just make a declaration. I break with thee. We're no longer dating. But these days, it's always much more subtle. Now people don't really admit they're dating. They just start hanging out a lot. And then sometimes instead of breaking up, you just ghost. Don't return a call. Don't return a text. Block them. Block them on your Facebook. Oh, you can't get into my Instagram. We're no longer dating. George Clooney. Jennifer Sullivan. We'll push you, Jennifer. Jennifer Sullivan's here, sweetie.
Okay, Boozhoo, Jennifer.
Jennifer says, George's aunt was Rosemary Clooney. Rosemary Clooney. The famous blues singer. Or something. What was Rosemary Clooney famous for?
I think she was a singer, but I don't remember what she sang.
Yeah. Jim Dunn, as Grits would say, that's a good Bronson song. Boozing song. Yeah. I'm never coming back here again. Give me a bottle, baby. Heart's broken. Gotta get drunk. No. So, la, la, la. What have we learned today, sweetie?
Well, it's gazibby geese are gonna gay.
Gazibby geese are gonna gay. Geese are good. Floor washing day. Sunday. It's not Sunday, it's Saturday.
Oh, that's a misprint.
Isn't even yeah, it's Saturday. Saturday, Saturday, Saturday. You know what? Elton John said Saturday nights are all right for fighting. Do you think Elton John went out looking for fights?
No, I think Elton John roundly had his butt kicked every weekend.
Yeah, no kidding. Saturday night's all right for fighting. What are you going to do? Go on your platform boots and your stupid glittery glasses and fight somebody? Elton John. Saturday, 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 Saturday. I can't think of anything to say. Saturday night's all right. I think I might be done with Elton John.
Really?
I know, after all these years and so many songs I loved. I never saw the movie, but I'm just sick of rich, gay, weirdo piano players. It's like, yeah, Liberace called from hell, and he wants his style back, Elton John. But flat earth stuff. Mr. Boozhoo, can I use a soundbite from your show? I have a few already to go. Yeah, go ahead. Please, whatever you like. Ch-ch-ch-ch-ch-ches. Here's one. Yeah, the earth is flat, stupid. There's a soundbite. What'd be another one?
We don't live in a spinning globe.
We don't live in a spinning globe, stupid.
You don't have to tell them stupid.
Well, I know, but it's the only way people will wake up. Hey, boomer, wake up. We never went to the moon.
That'll get our show canceled.
I know, huh? But yeah, please feel free, Flat Stuffers. And hello, welcome back to the show. And Diane Swope is here. Good morning, Diane. Diane's here, sweetie. Okay, how you doing, Diane? So good to see you here this morning. She says, good morning, my friend. La, la, la. Jessica Wabu says she was in White Christmas. Oh, Clooney? George Clooney's mom? I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Yeah, I bet you are, you racist. Hey, you know what would have been a good title for today's show?
What's that?
I bet you are, you racist.
Yeah.
There's another soundbite for Flat Stuffers. Yeah, I bet you do, you racist. Oh, but I was thinking this too. The question shouldn't be, did we go to the Earth? The question or go to the moon. The question should be, did the Nazis actually go to the moon?
Because NASA was started by Nazis?
Yes. Verifiable Nazis, Werner von Braun, the whole staff. NASA is a foreign organization that's set up in the United States after World War II. They were part of the Nazi Party, the National Socialist whatever of Germany. Nazis started NASA and then claimed to have shot a rocket into outer space and then flew to the moon on 6 different occasions to drop people off. He had Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and 10 other guys nobody cares about because nobody really believes it. Come on. It's okay, guys. Boomers, baby boomers, this is for you. You can admit, if we ask the question that way, no one's going to call you crazy if you admit that you doubt that the Nazis landed on the moon. Nobody gets all, hey man, that's my country. You're anti-patriotic by challenging the moon landing. Oh, are you a science denier? I was like, look, I don't believe the Nazis landed on the moon. Ever. Oh, but Buzz Aldrin wasn't a Nazi. He was a Freemason and an alcoholic and a Satan worshiper. So, I think that's worse than being a Nazi, quite frankly. Well, did the Nazis land on the moon? On today's Ojibwe language and culture. What does the traditional Indian people believe about that?
Oh, back in the days of the grandfathers, they always said, there's an old Indian saying, the Nazis never landed on the moon.
Yeah! So there you go. It's in our way, you guys. It's in our teachings from the ancestors. Nazis never landed on the moon. They're lying to you. Don't be calling White Christmas racist. Some social justice warrior nutjob will take up the idea and try to ban Christmas hymns. Yeah, no doubt, DJ. I'm dreaming of a racially pure Christmas. Just one with our Chamokaman. May your days be merry and bright, and may all us Nazis be white. Nazis gonna go to the moon, man. I'm dreaming of a Heil Hitler. Just trying to. I still want to see if they can listen to our podcast. La 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 la. Hey, Sagame is here. Boozhoo, Sagame. Mino Kiga Shabe. Good morning. Sagame is here, sweetie.
You gotta be kidding me. Hey, Boozhoo, Zagame.
How you doing, girl? Sagame says, just arrived. Work was nuts today. I told you, quit that job. All that job can bring you is money, fulfillment, and community. You know, what's that worth? Nothing. Now I must read up. It's still morning. Good morning. Yep, still morning here. What is it, 10:30? Actually, it is getting kind of late, huh? What time is it, sweetie?
It's 10:36, and we've been doing the show for an hour and 10 minutes.
Well, that's not fair. I didn't get to talk much today.
Well, you can keep going if you want.
Well, no, I don't really want to.
Do you want to call it a show and tell them we'll see them tomorrow?
Yeah, I guess I could. Can we play another song before we go out?
Yeah.
All right, you guys. We're going to call it a show. Miigwech Bisandawieg. Thank you for listening. Up next, we're going to play a little song by a singer from the 1980s called... Well, this is not... He wrote it, but we're singing it. Have you ever sat and looked out the window and saw somebody you used to date go by? And you're thinking, oh, is she really going out with him? Is she really going to take him home tonight? And you're like, oh, she used to be my girl. Pretty women are walking with gorillas down my street. So we'll play that after the outro. Michael, do you want to add anything?
Will you remind them about Patreon?
Oh, sure. If you'd like to support the show, click on the link in the description. Sign up on Patreon. We lost another one this month.
Did we really?
Yeah. I don't know why. But you could give us a little money every month if you like. Don't have to. We also have a PayPal account. You can buy us a cup of coffee. Or be like Zagame and buy us gallons of coffee. And, or you can go to GoFundMe. And we're raising money for equipment, lighting, lights and cameras and action. And also Michael Lyons has books for sale on Amazon.com. Books like Dog and Maingan. But without further ado, yeah. Miigwech Ganawabieg. Thank you for watching. Boozhoo Nanaboozhoo, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am Natasha. This is Nanaboozhoo.
Okay.
This is Michael Lyons.
Hey, thanks for watching, everyone.
And I will see you again. Eagle up a min. Minoa. Hoa. I didn't put any tobacco today.
Nope. Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, huh? One to teleport, sweetie.
Make it... Wait, we did that backwards.
Oh, yeah, you start.
1 to teleport.
Make it so, number one.
Pretty women are walking with gorillas down my street. From my window I'm staring while my coffee grows cold. Look over there, there is a lady that I used to know. She's married now or engaged or something, so I'm told. Is she really going out with him? Is she really gonna take him home tonight? Is she really going out with him? If my eyes don't deceive me, there's something going wrong around here. Around here. Something's going wrong around here. Something's going wrong around here. Something's going wrong around. Ba-dum, 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 bum, 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 bum. Ba-dum, 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 bum, bum, ba-dum.